What's up guys, welcome to another video from AlphaTradeZone, and in this video we're going to be looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum and the whole crypto market. And since the last video there's been a lot of price movements that have been going on, and it will be very interesting to see just where Bitcoin will be going next. So I hope you guys enjoy the video and let's get right into it. Now what you can see on this chart, I'm laying it on the Bitcoin tether chart on the 4-hour time frame. And what I want to do is mark out, first of all, this break of this uptrend here. We see it's hit this once with this wick, hit it again with this second wick, and with this third test down here, it broke through. And this was significant because this was also a squeeze. We see this topside squeeze here. Now this is what we call a squeeze, when price action goes between two opposite trends, like this. This one's going up, this one's going down, so the price is squeezing into the gap until it has to break either to the upside or downside. And what price did is it went to the downside. So we see that here, it broke here, and what's very interesting is it created this order block. This order block was on the 4-hour, but it may be a 12-hour order block up in the zone. An order block is the price action that precedes a range or move to the downside and move to the upside. So this is our supply zone at this top side. We see this supply zone. I could name it an hour force supply zone like this, and then it went to this bottom. It went into this previous demand zone that was at this level. We see this demand zone down here. It went through it, but it wicked through it. It didn't hit the ATR. The ATR was about down here. If you didn't know, ATR is an indicator, so we didn't get stopped out. But the ATR was at this level and it wicked to 900. So we would have been safe if there were any entries anywhere around here, or if there was a predetermined entry at this point. Now what we can see is it went into this demand zone, and it wicked out of it, and it made its way back up into the supply zone at this top side. Now this is significant because this shows that it's treating these areas with respect and the supply zone is valid. We see this goes up here, and what we could recognize is on this first touch of the supply zone, price is likely to reject this zone. We could place stop loss at this top of the supply zone here, like on a short. We can place it here, the stop loss, and place a target at this demand zone. Now that's a good risk reward, and it did play out. Now I wonder how many opportunities there would be like this without seeing this whole side of price action, but this is a very common entry like this. We see a break of this uptrend and this squeeze, then we see an order block forming at the zone. Then price moves down like this, creates a demand or moves into previous demands. Price goes into the zone. Then we could, when it goes into the zone, we could place a short at this top side. And on the first touch, price is likely to retrace, and unless it goes above this zone at this top side, this supply zone, and it's likely to reach this bottom side order block again. If it did create another order block on a smaller time frame, like let's say this one here, that may be where our targets want to be, but this was very close to the demand zone anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Now if we wanted to do a long from this bottom side, that may be a not worthwhile trade. The reason for this is the risk reward. It may not be the amount that we were looking for. We can see this is, if we wanted to do the bottom of this ATR, like here, we see the RR ratio is only 1.2 or around that. So that may not be ideal for any entries, but we see this. If we wanted to place it above here, you would need to violate the supply zone, and also these two trends, or one of this downtrend, I mean. If it went above here, it would need to wick all the way out of here, and especially considering the fact that this was an alpha supply zone 2, I find it very unlikely. Now I want to be looking at the major trend here. Now what I think for major term price action is that Bitcoin will, if it closes at February and the price is below 30k, I believe that it will be bearish for midterm and it will be a correction in this uptrend. However, I do feel like we may be seeing a slight retracement in the next few weeks or months, but I doubt it will last that long in comparison to the whole uptrend we've been seeing. We see this uptrend is gone straight parabolic, it's gone upwards, and we're now seeing this kind of cooling off of the market at this 40k level, and now it's resting at about 30k. If it does close below 30k by the start of February, if it's below 30k, the market will be bullish, and the only time you want to be wary of its price if it goes down too far is this 20k level, this previous high. If price does go below this level, if there's any bearish price action here, then if it does go below here, that's when we want to be worried or concerned for the major trends. Now this demand zone is also significant, or this 30k level I mean, because just below it is the yearly open. The yearly open started here, we see the 1st of January, and we can see this wick bounced perfectly on this yearly open, so it is acting as a strong support. This is actually a perfect playout. It treated this demand zone well. It hit this yearly open on the bottom side wick when it broke through, didn't hit the ATR, then went up to the supply zone and then hit this demand zone straight after. These are very nice setups here in this zone, and now we've passed this first touch and this first touch of this zone 2, or the first touch for this range and first touch for this new order block here. There are two possible entries, but in my opinion the top side short opportunity that was here may have been a better target. For the future, I just want to mark out, and so we can see in relative terms where February would be. We see February is here, so I'm on the 4-hour chart, so it's not that far away. And we also see this top downtrend still being close to where this demand zone is, so we may be seeing a secondary squeeze here. If price keeps squeezing in here, we may see a push through demand zone or push through this supply zone, this top side, just before this open to the next month. If it did go here and kept breaking through, that'd be very rare for price, because it normally does take out these topside order blocks at least once before it does make a retracement. We saw this with here, like this. I can go on the 4-hour chart for this, and we can see it did take out this order block. See, it wicked right into it and created this new downtrend, and we saw this again here. It wicked into this demand zone. It didn't create a downtrend, but it did the exact same as this, almost as a fractal. Hit here, went into the same demand, and then this is the same. However, unless we see action through here, I think it will be bearish for the midterm. Now I want to be looking at Ethereum. Ethereum has been much more upwards as price action goes compared to Bitcoin. Now this is mainly because people have been scaling out of Bitcoin. The whole market's getting ready for this kind of alt season. Now I want to share a post. I'll show it on the screen right now. Now what we can see in this chart is the flow of money moves into Bitcoin, causing price surges at the top. But then the point I think we are at is Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, and we hear talks of the flipping it. Now this money flow is moving more into Ethereum, and with this monthly close, I think it will emphasize which direction and how strong this trend will be. Now with this close of the market at the end of the month, this will be significant for Ethereum. We see it's been on these higher highs and higher lows compared to Bitcoin, which is lower lows and lower highs. Like this, it's been following this downtrend pretty well, but Ethereum has been following this uptrend in comparison. It made this all-time high just yesterday, I'm pretty sure, up here at this 1482 level, and it made 3 MSBs. It did this one MSB and also seconded the MSB here too. So it keeps creating these higher highs, and this trend line at the bottom is still valid. Compared to Bitcoin, it has not broken this bottom support. If it does break this, that may be the start of more movement in Bitcoin. Now for price targets for Ethereum, I think there may be some very big chances for upwards price movement. I think there'll be very big chances for parabolic price movement if Bitcoin does close bearishly and Ethereum still stays bullish. Now if there's such a divergence, I think that this Ethereum BTC chart will show stuff too, and that'll be very helpful for us. Yeah, and I think this Ethereum Bitcoin chart will be very useful for checking out how much dominance in the market Bitcoin has and Ethereum has, and if it's outperforming it. We see it's been on this constant uptrend since the start of this month, and it's gone up a lot here. What we can see is it created this high at the zone, created this supply here, and also down here there is a slight order block. However, price isn't moving there yet, so I want to be watching this. If it does move into the zone, there may be some entries. Now Bitcoin dominance has been falling very consistently and steadily. We see over the past few weeks it's just been in a straight downtrend, and it's gone from 72, created these all-time highs. It went past the 2018 high and the 2019 high, I'm pretty sure, and this is significant. We see here this 2019 high and also this 2018 high. So these were the two main previous highs that it made, and this dominance is showing that it still made a high, which is interesting to see. But right now price is going back into this kind of downtrend after peaking off and cooling off this top side. Now on the contrary, if we look at this Ethereum dominance chart, we'd see it's been in the opposite, and it's been a straight uptrend. In my opinion, if everything plays out what I've been saying about, I think Ethereum will be taking over Bitcoin for the next few weeks or months. Now what I mean by taking it over is that it would be more bullish than Bitcoin, and we can already see this in the charts. If we go on this other chart, we see this huge divergence between Ethereum and Bitcoin. We see this downtrend, this very consistent channel down here, and with Ethereum we see this consistent uptrend. So we can already see this divergence in price, and that will be huge for the next prices and price action we see. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and before you go, please subscribe to this channel. It means a lot for me. I put in a lot of work for these videos. And also check out our group AlphaTradeZone in the description. We do signals, we do coaching, and we have a general community of people and crypto traders, and I think you'd be really interested if you found this video interesting too. And also check out our Odyssey account and subscribe on there if you do have an Odyssey account. I'd really recommend it. It's a blockchain based video site. It's pretty cool, and that's all I have today folks. So thanks a lot again, and peace.